Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you a video on the huge version 81 update. Dimensional links nerfed, Elder Dragon's hunter rank requirements are live, and more. This video analyzes the recent version 81 update to Monster Hunter Now. Although I have already covered this news in a previous video, it's a worthy update to mention once again. So it's a lot of good stuff, especially for you players who are tired of carrying others or have another person that you've been with in a lobby in Elder Dragon Interceptions and they have utterly failed to help you complete said Elder Dragon. In addition, we are going to discuss a not so great update to dimensional links coming soon. Alright, first let's get started with the hunter rank requirements for Elder Dragon Interceptions are increased. So the old requirements, below 8-star monsters, there was no requirement. At 8 stars, it required HR 50+, at 9 stars, you needed HR 100+, and at 10 stars, you needed HR 150+. And here are the new requirements. Below 8 stars, there will still be no requirement. At 8 stars, it will require HR 100+. At 9 stars, it will require HR 150+. And for 10 stars, it will require HR 200+. This is a much needed change. At HR 100, a player should have good enough gear to do a good amount of damage in Elder Dragon Interceptions. No longer will I see Bone Gunlance users in Elder Dragon Interceptions absolutely doing little to zero damage and thinking that with this huge head of theirs, that somehow, someway, a Bone Gunlance, which is non-elemental, is going to help and do more damage than a player that has a similar or greater equipped, greater grade elemental weapon that does 150% damage. In Elder Dragon Interceptions, as far as right now for Kushala and probably for Teostra, right now the elemental weaknesses are 150%. Again, there is no universe where someone using a raw weapon is going to do more damage than someone with an elemental weapon that is doing 150% more damage at an even or higher grade level. It's just not going to happen. So I finally can stop hoping and praying, because while I don't mind carrying other hunters, I don't want to waste my time and or risk losing my passes if it's a last minute Elder Dragon Interception. I've lost so many tickets because it's a last minute one. I will take the fall for that, but the group I get in is a Bone Gunlance user, and that Bone Gunlance user is clearly not carrying or doing enough DPS that me and the other 2 hunters in our lobby is doing in order to complete said Elder Dragon Interception. So rejoice, my fellow brethren and fellow hunters, that we don't have to deal with these types of hunters anymore until they get better. And thankfully, 9 and 10 star Elder Dragon Interceptions aren't available right now, but will be in the future. So thankfully, we haven't had to go through that heartache with 9 and 10 star Elders. Moving on, here are other main features adjusted or changed. Azarathlo's sweeping breath attack animation has been enhanced. No changes to damage. I think this is just for you to better see the attack, and again, there's no changes to damage. And you can change your hunter's pose in the equipment screen, where you tap on the full screen in the equipment screen and tap the icon on the bottom right to switch poses, like you see right here. If you go on the full screen in your equipment screen and you tap that little icon right there, you'll be able to change how your hunter looks as far as the equipment screen goes. I don't know how this matters too much since you're the only one that can see it as of right now, unless you're streaming or something like that, but I guess it's a welcome change. In addition, the art visual in the loading screen has updated to Dancing in the Tempest Part 3, where you see the new Teostra screen, which is pretty cool by the way. And last but not least, Android support requires an Android 8 device or higher. Moving on, we have some fixed issues. So if you were stuck on the now loading screen when trying to do a dimensional link hunt, that's fixed. Thankfully, because I've had this happen to me a few times. Lance isn't sliding during the Bubble Blight state, so for those using Bubbly Dance plus the Lance, that's fixed. Charge Blade file attacks were adjusted so that it's more likely to occur at the point of impact, and before it used to be farther, so it's just more accurate where the point of impact is rather than being wonky. The distance walked may be recorded even when you have precise location or use precise location turned off. Not sure how this matters too much. I think that's actually pretty good, because if you make a mistake and you don't turn it on, and you're like, oh, I've got to turn on if you're trying to record those distance or things you need walked for your drift stones and your drift smelts. And the app may crash when using Niantic chat, which is iOS only. This actually happened to me a lot. Someone would say like, King of Charmanders, I have a question. So every time I would try to answer said question, my app would crash and it just got really annoying. Just like this.
They're slowing down! Huh? Come on!
Ty, where'd you go? War Greymon has practically stopped moving.
And I haven't yeeted my phone like that or smacking my phone to oblivion like I did during Pogo PvP when it would lag and I would lose because of it, but it's gonna get pretty dang close because here we have dimensional links being nerfed. So the notification range for dimensional link monsters will be adjusted, not in a good way. The range will be narrower than that of regular monsters because Niantic wants players to go outside and physically gather for group hunts. As currently, per their data, there are more dimensional link group hunts versus those with nearby hunters. While the range for regular group hunt invites, like the ones for nearby hunters, will remain unchanged. However, I'm hoping they reconsider this because here's why nerfing dimensional links is a terrible idea. I'm about to go on a little tangent here because Niantic does watch my content for feedback, so hopefully they take this into account and the numerous amount of complaints you're about to see as a result of this. You see, the claim is dimensional links are occurring more than nearby hunter hunts. Well, of course it will when a majority of players outside of high population areas like Japan, Hong Kong, etc. don't have players nearby to play with. I physically don't have a community near me. Even if I try to build one, my whole city and two cities next to it are all dominated by Pokemon Go. This is terrible for hunters like me and rural players who don't have, again, a local community to play with, or it's dominated by another popular said IP. So of course you're going to see more downloadable dimensional link hunts because players that don't have it, like me and a bunch of people in the United States or other English speaking places, because we don't have it as good as those big communities, are going to have more, we're pretty much clogging up that number because a lot of us don't have people to play with. If you want, and as a content creator, as a top 3 and the top United States content creator right now, I can tell you right now with a ton of Pokemon Go experience, you want to solve this problem, we need more players to play the game. Stop making my journey harder to grow Monster Hunter now. If you want to reconsider this and leave it alone, that's the perfect way to do it because you shouldn't mess with it to begin with. You want more players to go outside? Stop making it harder for us to get more players to play the game. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of players that are new love this feature and it should stay the way it is, not nerfed because you think this statistic is offset because somehow dimensional links are taking over nearby hunters, but the reality is that just shows you the problem we have with Monster Hunter now. We need more players to play the game, so you need to put more updates and do more things so that more players will actually get into the game instead of worrying about why other players are having fun right now. And this is like literally the first time I've ever had a really huge gripe when it comes to any action in regards to Monster Hunter Now updates. Alright, rant over, but seriously, hopefully after a whole lot of yelling by the community, they will reconsider or roll back the dimensional link nerf. This is really disappointing because this will halt the great momentum the game has right now towards a positive direction. The game has literally done nothing but go up at this point. Now, with dimensional links being nerfed, you're gonna go down a little bit. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna get rolled back because Niantic is really good at listening to our feedback, so they should take heed and not mess with dimensional links after this. But again, we're in a really positive direction right now, so let's keep it this way. In addition, for all of you right now, don't forget to download all assets in the settings tab so that your game runs smoothly. You see me doing it right now over here, so make sure you download all your assets so you don't have to worry about going outside and waiting for your game to load if something happened if you don't have the asset for it yet because of the new version 81 update. With that being said, please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Good luck on your grinds. Hopefully y'all are excited for a lot of things to come, and hopefully something that's going to get rolled back after we yell at you a lot. Good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.